Day 10. My video uploaded. Yay, one down. I don't know how well it turned out or anything. I don't get to preview these. I don't have time. So, hey, one exists. I'll go push some buttons. I'm making my coffee right now. I'll go push some buttons and release it in a moment. But hey, we got one done. Yay. At least there's that, man. It's progress. Alright, so it's about 3:30 in the morning. I already walked to the thing and checked out my computer and came back with some hot water because they have hot water to make my coffee. Less boiling involved. I'm going to sit here and just drink that, enjoy it, and be happy that something went my way. And then let's, I guess I got to release it. And I'm supposed to make thumbnails for it and ship it. I'm not going to bother with that. We'll get to that later. That's extra work. I'm just going to release it so you can watch it. So it exists. There's one. Let's enjoy some coffee now. Good morning. Okay, and we are off. It took me a little longer to get out. There's all sorts of things I didn't do that I was like, well, I'll just do in the morning because I have to come back to the little rec center, activity center. I didn't fill up my water bottles, and I had YouTube stuff to do and whatnot. So it's almost 5 a.m. I have to make my way back to the trail, which is, it's a crapshoot. And then once I make it there, actually the easy part is the trail's closed. So there's a fiery route that puts us on just a county road kind of thing. And the county road goes a long ways, so as long as I head in this direction, I can't miss it. So, yeah, he says. This is a nice place, man. I don't know exactly what they got going on here, but seems like a real chill vibe. And you're not that far from Silver City. I don't know what the road's like to it, but hell, as the crow flies, it can't be more than 20 miles away. I like that there's street lights here and there. If you didn't know better, it just looks like a normal little city street to me, other than the dirt road. In the dark, at least. I like that there's not a dog barking or anything. Okay, gate 3 is where I'm leaving from. Don't really have any accurate maps of this area. Not even a little bit. But quite literally, if I headed in a straight line, it can't be more than a half mile or so to the road. I think we'll figure it out. Pachoom. Yeah. I didn't charge it since I played with it the other day. Here's how long a battery charge lasts. It is quite a beautiful night. Stars shining. Slight breeze. Not cold. I'm wearing my daytime gloves right now, man. That's so nice. So I can tell, by looking at Google Images, a road this big doesn't stand out per se, but it does at least. It's visible. More or less. Less than more. But with the way I think it runs, it will take me back on trail a little bit. But if I find something that peels off to the right, it'll be a quicker route. And I'm hoping for something peeling off to the right, but I'm going to do my best to just stay on a trail and not bushwhack if I don't have to. Or grass whack. That's not really bush. Let's get safe and walk in the dark for a while. That seems cool, right? What's that? Get me another jump scare from a cow. I'm actually surprised that I can't see through the camera. Normally, its eyes are better than mine, but I can see by the amount of moonlight. I don't believe a damn thing is shown on camera other than the moon. Yeah, I can see the contours of the ground, all the, not the little details, but the stuff that would trip me out. Oh, yeah, that's how close Silver City is. Yeah, I could walk there pretty easy, but from where I'm at, you actually go in the opposite direction for quite a while and do what I'm guessing by the shape of the trail. There's probably like a big mountain or something I'm going around. It looks like I'm going around something. There was a road to the right, but just looking at the satellite images, it looks kind of like it goes in the wrong direction. It looks like almost an upside down V shape. It would take me downhill over yonder and then another V shape to lead back to the trail. I'm just guessing by clearings in the trees. So I'm going to stick with what I got. I know this will eventually lead there. Took longer than it should because it took a little safety meeting. I had to do a wardrobe change because it's much warmer than I expected it to be. I had my hiking puffy on still, because I started off with that, and just by habit. And it didn't take me long to realize, no, I was not going to need that at all. Oh, here comes the sun. It's about a mile to the road. And when I hit the road, I walked that for, I don't know, a handful of miles. I'm guessing like 5 or 6. I don't know, just a guess. Water is in 11, I think it was. Somewhere right in that neighborhood, nothing real big. I've got about 3 liters on me, 3.5. Yeah. Almost 4. More than I need. But no, the water seems kind of sketchy. The reports aren't real up to date, and I was just at Wi-Fi, so I've got the most recent ones. I haven't been updating But I mean, the last water I got was at the cache, wasn't it? Oh no, there was that well, but Flatfoot said he was gonna report on that one. I'm assuming he's ahead of me. There's no way he could be behind. So I've achieved that point. Oh man, it's still too dark for the camera. Hold on. Does that work? Yeah, I'll give you a little more light. I'm at the point I don't need light. There's nothing on the trail. It's kind of spooky. But anyway, I have achieved the point to where I am adapting to the backpack. As a hiker, your gear is literally part of you. Your backpack, after a while, becomes an actual part of you. You get used to it so much that when you take it off and try to walk, it hurts and you walk funny. But then you throw your backpack on, and this thing, last week I would have called it pretty heavy. I've got a few days worth of food in there and 3.5 liters of water and all my other junk. But now, right now, it's feeling pretty okay. And I'm starting to meld with it. But walking around that homestead yesterday, while it was good for me to get that rest, because I definitely feel stronger today, I had to have a walking stick with me a lot of the time because it was just hurt to walk without the pack on. Man and gear become one. There are a bunch of them hummingbird moths around. I don't know if that's their official name, but that's what I call them because they look like hummingbirds. But their eyes glow a bright copper color. Even as tiny as they are, like if it was at that tree, or hell, even at that tree, I could see its eyeballs just flying around. I can't necessarily see the moth, but I can see a piece of copper just flying around the sky. But the problem with them, tap more than once. If you stare at them, they blink off of you because they head towards light. So you're all staring at it. Just don't stare at it with your mouth open. It might kill you. Did you hear that? That's the water I was going to be headed to yesterday. Ooh la la. Not much, but it's a moving. Somebody made a little ramp out of a broken piece of pipe so you could collect the water easier. We normally use leaves on trails, but leaves are hard to find out here. Well, I always appreciate trail maintenance. Okay, what kind of pansy just doesn't move the pencil out of the way? You actually took the time to cut through it. okay. I thought I was seeing all these cool rocks, and then perspective changed. I was like, ah, it just must be the drugs. But no, there's like huge piles of boulders just hiding in here. They're kind of all over, but not right on the trail. See, that's what I'd love my tent to look like. Just a boulder like that. I know they can print some material, you know, use computers and whatnot, push some buttons, make some Dyneema sheets come out that look like that. Or something. But maybe not. You might have a mountain lion try to sit on your rock in the middle of the night. It's that lame peach color. Just it's got nothing to play off of. There could be some colors. Nope. Okay, we leave the trail at this point and head on over to Tyrone Road, and only because the trail tells me to. There's a bright red triangle with an exclamation point in the center talking about prescribed burns and such. So, I mean, it's only a couple miles and it's a dirt road opposed to dirt road. You know, that's mainly what we've been walking. Sometimes it's a little wider, sometimes a little more narrow. Oh, this one's all graded and shit. Nice. It might actually be a pleasure to walk on it. It's the paved roads that suck. They hurt your feet. Bad for knees and hips. Okay. Ooh, this is me. I took one last look at the map just to read the paragraphs that they have on there, and there's no dates. I was looking for dates. I don't see how you can do a prescribed fire in something like this. So I'm just unsure. And this is a very uphill road. Probably didn't show up on camera. But yeah. It's like, okay, I'm gonna be going uphill. I might as well be on the trail somewhere. But it doesn't have dates. And I don't want to be that asshole that just wanders in there. I'm sure it's safe. But still. Why take chances when I don't need to? Okay, slow crawl to the top. This is great for my ass. I'm seeing other people's footprints, so it makes me feel better about the decision. Whew, we've leveled off a bit. It's still tiny bits uphill, but it's not straight uphill. That was kind of a workout this early. Whew. Oh, that's the mine I can see. Enhance. We are the crappiest stewards of this planet. But we need stuff. Really cheap. There she is. Creeping up over my shoulder. Might just be about time for second coffee. Oh, why do I still have a headlamp on? Sometimes you just forget. Rookie mistake. There's a little hill here. We're getting into the trees. Big fan of that. But up there's kind of a stand of trees. And that feels like maybe a good spot to sit. Hello. How are you rocks doing today? I dig these rocks, like the layers. Like you'd think it's just dirt down here. But no, it's layers of crumbly rock. It's all just stacked up. Riverbed years and years, I'm guessing. Seems like riverbed rock, right? Yeah, that's what I think too. Ooh, nice. Oh, I've got options. I can go for that one. The fireball has climbed just a bit while I was sitting there. I think it moved in fast forward though. So I was only sitting there for a couple seconds, I swear. Alright. Ah, this feels nice. Thank you, shady trees. Appreciate it. I'm just moseying because I am not in a hurry. Well, there's just snow waiting for me, so moving at the speed I feel like moving. Got plenty of water to make it to the next water. Got plenty of food to make it to the next town. What worries do I have? Well, had I waited to the top of the hill, that would have been something to sit on. It looks like the giving tree over here, man. Keep giving all you got. You got a little more trunk you can give, baby. Give it up. You guys ever read that book? And that tree has some mental issues, and so does the kid taking advantage of the tree. But you know, if the tree's going to let itself be taken advantage of, somebody's going to come along and do it. But that tree is codependent as fuck. And we are entering private land. I can see a lot of dead trees down there. I wonder if they're doing a burn to kill off beetles or something. Or just trying to clean it up. I would love to see what a prescribed burn here looks like, because I have to imagine it's a sight. But yeah, I am seeing a lot of, like, look at this hill over here. Hidden hunts. Look at the amount of dead on it. Yeah, and you can see a bunch in here. Like stripes of them. Now, drought is always part of it, but I wonder if they're having beetle issues as well. I have to assume they are. Because as it gets warmer, those beetles breed more often. Winter doesn't get cold enough to kill them off. It should here, at least keep them in check a bit. Arizona, we don't get it like that. We're probably breeding some sort of super beetle out there. Come and eat all our pine trees. Do not blade this hill, thank you. I wonder why not. It already seems decently level as far as dirt roads go. It's not level, but smoothish for driving. See, big rock, you know, that could break your blade. Maybe that's what it's about. But, you know, you just don't set your blade deep. Skip across the tops. Wear them down over time. Downhill, nice. That's always followed by an up, but this is my first decent downhill. Stretch out some different muscles for a change. I wonder how often you have to legally post those, because there are a lot of them out there. Is it every 50 yards? At least there's no fence. I find fences kind of obtrusive. I understand when you're doing cattle and such, but other than that, you're just making the migratory patterns of most animals more inconvenient. I tell you, crossing the country with a map is a bitch. I can only imagine doing it by instinct, where assholes keep putting fences up to block your path. Oh, damn, look at all this downhill. I'm going to have to use a stick. This might get treacherous. At least there's water as you're coming down this road. There's like a little dam or whatnot. Out of that pipe is a tiny, tiny trickle. Enough to fill your bottle. Not this guy though. I carried extra. No trespassing! No! Beware! Turn back! Even in the woods here, you still gotta keep your eye out for that asshole cholla that just hides. You're never free of them. You think like, nah, I'm up in the woods, there wouldn't be cactus around here. Oh no, they're still lurking. No trespassing! This is mine! Man, they were like writing, check that out, no trespassing on like cookie sheets and nailing them to trees. Oh, that is definitely a cookie sheet, man. What do you got going on in there? Now I'm curious, now I want to go in. Like I wouldn't have been curious until the 150th sign that told me, beware. What's going on? A tarantula wasp just flew by, but they're not very social, so they're hard to get pictures of. But they are scary, because wasps already are pretty badass. You know, as far as insects go, if it wants to fuck you up, it can. And this one's about as meaty as my pinky. And it's just solid black, so you can't get any definition on its body because it's so dark black. And its wings are bright orange. And it's just a big bzzz coming at you. All the wasps that I have seen that eat spiders, or at least lay their eggs on them and stuff, are really bright colored and beautiful. I don't know if that's a thing. They're vicious though, man. When they catch a spider, they straight just rip all of its legs off and drag the main body part back to its little burrow. Like, damn, that was aggressive. I've never watched one do a tarantula, you know, other than the documentaries. Is that a rock up in that tree? And it sure looks like a rock. Doesn't look like a nest of anything of these. How's a rock end up in a tree up there? Oh, there's a couple of them in there. Maybe people were throwing rocks at the dead tree. Or maybe even climbed up it to put the rock up there to make me wonder, why is there a rock in the tree? Well, I don't miss anything, man. I see it all. Unless it's trail. I straight overlook trail and keep walking. But random things like attached to trees, oh, I noticed that stuff. Okay, yeah, looks like a fire might have happened here recently. Yeah, it has happened here recently. So this is where they did the prescribed burn. Wonder how far it went. Do they have a fire line cut somewhere else? I don't know. But that's kind of what it used to look like. Except all that was over here. Fire's supposed to just rip through real quick and only kill off the weak stuff, you know. Clear out some stuff. Didn't even burn the dead stuff on the ground. I mean, there's tons of twigs and branches laying there. Well, those might have fallen off since. Who knows? Shit's always falling in the woods. You know, like you're watching that movie and there's the person sneaking up on people in the woods and they step on that one twig, crack, and everybody looks over. No, it's not really like that because there's shit falling in the woods and twigs cracking and stuff all the time. You stop looking at that after a while. You see where it's burned, but you can see what it has not burned. And look how dry everything is. This is about as dry as things get. This thing, oh, it's on the verge of disintegration. I would not expect to light a single match and drop it and have this little devastation happen. I'll admit, it does look a lot cleaner on this side compared to that, but I'm not offended by this. You know, both have their beauty. I like that that cactus is translucent right now. I think the dark spots are what has survived the fire, the lighter spots are what's dead. That's cool. It's interesting. It's hard to kill cactus. Back there is one that was just all charred. But there's still the green coming out of the center of each little one. Still a little piece survived. Oh, is that a street sign? Oh, that's weird. It should stand out in the woods. Or deserty woods. High plains desert. Oh. You are here. Tyrone Thompson Road, CMR. What's CMR? You can rarely read the Forest Ridge one. Bet it reflects light really well, though. CMR. There's a centipede on the road that seems in mild distress. So I just dumped some water on him. I was like, I don't know what more to do for you, buddy. Hopefully you were just thirsty. Don't touch those things, they're vicious. Millipedes are cool. It's hard to get them off your clothing because they got a million little legs. Centipedes will fuck you up. Okay, so there's no footprints. We'll walk along, and then we get some like bird prints. Decent size, maybe a crow or something, I don't know. And then a human print, normal shoe kind of thing, really narrow though. Smaller than mine, but just one of them. I can tell you, there's not going to be a lot of people walking out here. It's just weird to find one shoe print. We've seen better days. Lord knows it might survive. That's what it used to look like. Who knew those things were so flammable, huh? Thus, we come to the end of the bond section. Trail really stands out on the burn section, doesn't it? And I could take the road for another mile or two, and they hook up again, and yeah, trails go, but I expect they'll be kind of similar, and I've been on the road for a while, so I might as well get back to some trail. Oh, look at that, somebody left water, how nice. Thank you, whomever. I don't actually need it, but I'm sure somebody will. See, and this is how you do it. If you gotta nail them in there, see how much room they gave it to grow? As much as they could and make it, I bet these things are still in there sturdy. Yeah, well, no, I could straight wiggle them out. You gotta make at least one of them really sturdy or we'll steal the signs. They're kind of nice. White paint, man. White paint. To 903 in Maverick. Maverick. What the hell is that? To 903. Is there a person here? I don't know. Weird. So yeah, it must have been a really wet year in New Mexico as well. Be easy to collect off those rocks if I wanted to. Don't need it yet, and it's uphill right afterwards, so yeah, you'll know. You weigh too much. I enjoy you, water. You make everything a little, well, not everything, but a lot of things way better. But you're heavy. Oh, so heavy. This was real recent. There's still sawdust here. I could tell you that was not done with a handsaw. I got no problem with chainsaws out for maintenance and such. Why not? Making them do everything with handsaws makes it infinitely harder. And what are they gonna do? Are they just gonna leave it piled up, or are they gonna do they're probably gonna do a prescribed burn over here too? Makes sense. Yeah, they're just getting prepared for it. Ooh. Oh, it's gonna be set on fire. Yeah, they went way back in there and did it. Okay, that's a lot of work before you set something on fire. Jeebs. But I guess you gotta cut all the bottom stuff off so it doesn't climb up the tree. Yeah. Like that's what it looks like they did. Cut all down a bunch of the dead ones. Stack them up so nice and flammable. Oh, I want to light the match myself. Or at least watch. Oh, look how sappy that one is. I found a shady spot, some rocks and whatnot. I'm just gonna sit here for a little bit. My Achilles tendon on my left foot is just giving me all sorts of heck today. Heck. So I'm just gonna sit here and enjoy the wheat moving in the wind, I guess. It's not bad. Now, one of the hikers I met the other day, her name was Tohi. And I've never heard that word before, but she said, like the bird. And I was like, I've never heard of that bird either. You know, like, that's an all new noise to me, Tohi. Sounds Native American. But if I had to guess, without knowing anything, I'd say the bird I can hear right now is a Tohi. It just sounds to me like it's saying Tohi and then shooting out a laser noise. Tohi, that's what I'm hearing. And people often name birds after the noise they make. I have nothing to back this up, but I'm sticking with it. So I'm sitting here thinking, because it's one of the things I do. Listening to all the birds, I realize I haven't just sat and listened to birds in a while because so many of them sound alien to me. It's the first time I'm hearing that kind of bird. But Silver City, as far as I remember, is like my last decent sized place that will have all the amenities one needs for a while. So what I'm thinking is that it would behoove me to stay there until I get my YouTube stuff under control. I should be in control of it, not it in control of me. I want to hike my own hike, and it's hard to hike one's own hike when you got a YouTube slave chain around your neck. So I got to get that beast under control. I've got the tools to do it. I just need to sit down and figure out how to do it now that I got a lump of shit to play with. So I'm thinking I'm gonna, stay there. Just this is the loose plan. Stay there somewhere near a good Wi-Fi source, like a Starbucks, and homeless it for a little bit, and see if I can get this up and running, and then under control, and then I can move on. Fingers crossed. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because if I leave there and everything's still a mess, then I'm just carrying that mess with me, and I don't have room in my backpack for mess. So I'll take care of it in Silver City. Oh, that makes sense. Got a lot to do anyway. I got to send a package to Doc Campbell's. I know he does have resupply there, but I don't remember exactly what he has. So certain little things, excuse me, that I, might want that I'm not sure of, like tortillas and stuff. I'm just going to send a box of those ahead. So, got to do that. So I got to resupply for the walk there and then resupply for what I'm going to mail there. Find a, post office, deal with all that mess while I'm trying to then go do my YouTube stuff, because it's too big of a city for me to leave a laptop unattended. It'll disappear. So at least I don't have to do laundry or anything like that. I can go without laundry or a shower, because I'm going right into that river, and I know it. Isn't that right after this thing? I don't know. Feels like it was. I'll figure it out. But yeah, get YouTube under control before I leave town. That's what I'm saying. For all of our sakes, I'm glad I can come to a dead stop almost instantly. Although I'm moving pretty slow. What's up, buddy boy? He's just chilling, blending. That's what I do. This is my job, and I'm doing it. Okay, I'm gonna scare you off trail so you don't get squished. Cool? Cool. Well, it was very cooperative. Wasn't scared of me in the least. I had to touch its bum to get it to move. Works on almost everything. Ah, this stuff they cut down years ago in preparation for this prescribed burn. Who knew it takes years? Yeah, I can see old piles. Those were definitely cut by chainsaw. Oh yeah. Oh, this area's gonna burn good. Look at all the layers in the distance. Nuts. Then zoom past the trees, and then up in there. It just goes on. There's layers and layers of mountains. And I'm in no hurry to get there. I can see snow from here. Oh, yes, I can. Not a whole lot, but if you can see snow on this side, the other side is probably still covered. There's just a good chance. I see humans up ahead. Only hikers would be out here. With a dog. Oh, small group of people. Oh, I'm on a trailhead. Yeah, they were a bunch of peeps out for a hike. They stopped, talked to me for a good 5 minutes or so. Very knowledgeable about the trail. They said the Gila is up as well. And I hear it's higher than the year I did it twice. But, I'll assess the situation when I get there. I'd rather go through it than up and over it. But, I haven't been up and over it, so I haven't seen that side of the beauty. But I want to go in it. I do. So I think I'm just going to aim for that first and then, course correct if I need to. Well, there's this nice big piece of shade here, so I was like, I might as well stop at it and check the map, see how far water is. I haven't looked in a while. I'm not on trail. This is not the trail. I don't know how I got off. It's a trail, man. I didn't see any forks or I would have checked, but hey, at least it's not too far back. I'm still just gonna stand here and enjoy this shade. Fuck that. So now I'm pretty much walking back to the trailhead. I see tons of footprints. But according to the map, I am, off trail. It's supposed to be over here somewhere. I figured I, missed the turn. But there's a chance I might be on the trail. And it's just not marked right on the map. I hear voices. Maybe I'll find out. I'm just past Jive Turkey and Lava. They're going that way. Their map shows the same thing, that we're a few hundred feet off trail. So I'm still heading back to the beginning, just in case. I'm looking for anything that says CDT, you know? And I haven't seen a blaze yet, but this trail seemed like the most obvious trail. It's got the footprints all over it, but now those footprints are mine. This is probably the trail, but I don't feel like backtracking a really long distance. So since I'm only like maybe, you know, quarter mile in or so, might as well turn back and assess the situation again. Yep, if you come all the way back to the beginning, there is a CDT logo right there. Alright, so that is basically the only option. Yep, and that's the only one I see. Alright. There's so many of my footprints crisscrossing the trail, going back and forth in areas. People are like, what is that tread, man? I gotta get me some of them. Those are the newest, hottest shoes. Everybody's wearing them. In that specific size, too. Always in that size. Now, I doubt anybody else really looks at footprints as much as I do. Maybe they do. I don't know. I don't know what other people do. But it's one of the many games I play is, you know, judging things just solely based on your footprint. Why not? At least there's nice puffy clouds there. I don't know where these all came from. Which I've been seeing a lot of this. Which I'm cool. I'm cool with that, you know. Some puffy clouds. And you can see by that blue dot on the map how far off of the red line I am. And I'm not low on water, but I'm not water rich right now. And water's still, according to the map, 4 miles away. I ain't got time to get lost. Everything's being so cooperative for photos today. I really like it, as long as you move slow and steady. They seem to not care. I got right up in that grasshopper's grill. I wonder how many people this thing is tripped up. I tripped on it and I looked back, I couldn't even find it for a second. But luckily I'm wearing safety toes so it didn't hurt me. But I am curious how many people have tripped over that. Let's make it a little more obvious at least, I guess. But yeah, it's in there. Somebody cut it. You can tell that it was, you know, cut by man. But they didn't uproot the whole thing or cut it low enough. Cut that log really flat right there though. Look at that. That's laser precision. Should probably sit on it. But nah, not yet. There's definitely a lot more puffy clouds going on. I wonder if maybe we'll get an afternoon shower. The ants are acting kind of weird. And they're pretty good at knowing when it's going to rain because it really wrecks their world. If I see some more doing it, I'll show you what I mean. I saw a wash, but I guess I walked around it and never got to go into it. I was like, oh, I'm going to wait for that. Because there's a pretty big wash. And those always have great trees and rocks for sitting and all that. It's like, I'll take me a little lunch break. Thinking I should probably check the maps, but since they haven't been accurate, what's the point? I see footprints. I feel confident in that. sometimes it's just hard to capture massive things and bring them down to a human scale. Man, I've been showing you this. It's mine. I see it in comparison to the mountains around it now. It covered that mountain right there. It's on top of it. Yeah. Thing is huge, and that's just this side of it. That's just one of thousands across the planet. Thousands. Clouds are getting thicker faster. I'm cool. I mean, rain sucks for, the sloppy walk in, and wet desert is a bitch to walk in. But the desert really needs it, so I'm willing to sacrifice a couple of days of walking in slop and complain about it so that all the plants and animals may get a good drink. I trade you that trail. Yep, you can see it raining there. Nuts. Oh man, it's a little too much to tell. How about there? Yeah. That cloud is falling from the sky. I believe when I get to the next water, I might be done for the day. It's a little early, but my tendon is really hurting. I'm able to walk without hurting it, aggravating it too much, I'd say. Just a bit. But I'm going slow. 1.5 miles an hour maybe, and expending a decent amount of energy doing it. So I'm hoping this water's semi-nice. Maybe soak my ankle in it. It feels like there might be swelling. I don't know what I did. I don't remember hurting it or anything. It just kind of started hurting, and it's, that works. Yeah, it is. You break, you heal, you break, you heal. One day you stop healing. Everything's changing. I think it's gonna rain. He's kind of sense it in the air. Well, does give you a pretty good clue too, but you just feel the air changing. It's cool, it's wet, it smells awesome. If you've never smelled wet desert, it is like one of my top favorite. Top. Not many smells better. Wet desert in the spring. Quite literally like the 50th pile of it, but I always want to go with cat, but if anything eats a rabbit, that's what you poop out. Coyotes, cat, doesn't matter. Although coyotes often do the sludge thing, so it makes me want to lean towards cat, but everything makes me want to lean towards cat. But I've seen a lot of white furry poop on this section of the trail. Every one of those things is like little ice daggers, man. They're cold. I'm not going to bother putting on any rain gear. I doubt it's going to last long enough. I mean, there's still plenty of blue sky out there. As I say that, it intensifies. It's like, oh no, you will be putting on a jacket, mister. We'll see. I am carrying a laptop now, so I have to be careful. Evidently, those things don't mix well with water. Headed downhill. Good sign. My ankle is sore. And I don't care what kind of water it is. If it's nice and cool, even if it's like a cow, well, not a cow pond, not, you know, one of the muddy and shit covered ones. But like the Tiger or one of those cisterns, whatever they call them. I like the tires. They're kind of nifty. I'm definitely soaking my ankle in that. It can use it. It really slowed me up today. Really slowed me up. I should have been at this water hours ago, but I am what I'm supposed to be. See, look at these piles. I mean, tons of huge piles of bleached fur and calcium. Makes me think cat. But there's been way too many of them. Literally dozens of piles. So I kind of doubt it. The ground is wet, so you know it's an improvement. Hoping for something flowing. Maybe I'm in the wrong wash. I haven't checked the map in a minute. When you're moving this slow, it just hurts to look at the map. You're like, oh, only a mile to go. And then you look at it like 20 minutes later, you're like, oh, 0.8 to go. Shit. Yeah, ready to find some water. Place to camp. Call it a night. I expected to make it much further today, but I wasn't expecting ankle issues. But yeah, we're heading out. Assuming everything will be that much better in the morning. Just find the water first. I was preparing to be disappointed. I thought this was mine. I'm like, ew. But yeah, that's wet. I'll take it. You know, didn't want it. Now mine's still further up. I do a vague recollection of this one. We go down the backside of this earthen dam, and this stuff's trickling out the other side for a while. So technically this is my water source. Yep. I'll let it filter through the earth a few times until I get to the spot where we normally collect. And just a quarter mile back, it was all brown water. Now it's getting clear as it comes downstream. Nice little clear pools here and there. Nice clear pools. This is even where we collect. I'm going to keep waiting until there just because I'm curious. Plus there's nowhere to camp here really, so I don't want to bother taking off all my stuff just to put it on to go down the way. I'll let this filter through the earth even more. 96% cow poo free. Oh, that feels so good. Water is nice and cold. Filtering right now. I did not expect to catch up to lava and drive turkey. They said they were here for about 40 minutes or so, but hell, I thought I was way far behind. I sent them down that way. I was like, because they're like, oh, we don't see where the trail goes. And I'm like recalling from memory. I'm like, yeah, you go this way. And I was like, and eventually going to come to the choice of a road to the left or go down into and keep with this. But if you take the road to the left, it's not on the map. It is the better way. And I'm curious if that's where I'm thinking it is. I might have just given them weird directions. But I'm having vague memories of this stuff, so that's kind of nice. I'm going to look for the first available campsite, which I don't think will be for a while. Or no, there was a buttload of cans on the ground. I think there was camping around there. I don't know. I did this every time in the dark, so this is the first time me doing it in the sunshine. See if those cans are there. That'll help me see if the memory's real. I don't want to keep hiking. My ankle tells me no, but I don't really have much of a choice. There's no camping down here anywhere. It's a very narrow area with water running through the center. So I'm going to carry my happy ass up the trail. Shit. I'm just in a weird predicament. In 10 miles is the last water. I'd like to be there, but I'm not making it 10 more miles. No way. That's less water before the road walk so that I could start the road walk at 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning, and not do a crappy mid-afternoon road walk. Because it's 15 miles. That's a whole day for me right now, man. And I could thumb it like everybody else does. I've already walked it twice, but that's not my style. Unless I really need to or accidentally do it. There's that time. But anyway, try not to. So, fuck. I'm going to walk as far as my ankle will let me, and I'll let it decide. If I have to walk that stupid thing in the sunshine, so be it. Okay, I did soak my ankle, but this isn't like the magic healing waters or anything, so it's still all banged up. It is what it is. We'll just carry on, but slowly. Oh, yeah, that's gonna be good. Nice, the turds are fresher on the other side. Oh, yum. Look at that pile glistening in the sunlight. You guys are pretty fresh too. Okay, good times. I told you there. I mean, these things are pretty fucking big. Look at that. Damn. I got cat poop on my foot. Oh no. And I got cow poo on my foot. Oh no! I am moving very, very slowly. It is just very poopy around, yeah. Just poopiness. Poopy, poopy, poop, 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 poop. So, I was like, I'm gonna set up a campsite and shit. Yeah, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. It's not worth it. Get used to it, man. Who everywhere. Where you going? What if it's mama? Nobody loves you. They abandoned you. If you let you come hang out with me, not hard to keep up with. I will protect you from big cats in the night. Not really. But you can outrun me. Come on. He thinks he's hiding behind that bush. That's cute. But I don't see a mama around nowhere. Well, that's unfortunate. He looks scared and kind of skinny. walking away with a, well, it sucks to be you, man. I guess somebody's got to be cat food. And then I heard Mama calling up the hill. Yeah, okay, at least I know, somebody's out here. Sucks leaving a baby unattended in the woods, but, I can't take on that responsibility. I can barely handle myself. So there's this rather nice juniper. And the spot behind it that is cow poo free. I have to assume some other hikers cleared this out for me. I'm seeing a lot of ants in the area, so I'm kind of just like checking it out, see if they're in this area. I see them off around the trees and stuff, but I don't want to be in an area that gets hit. It would suck to, it does suck to set up your tent and have to move it because you didn't notice the ant pile. I see them all along there, all along the tree, but I'm seeing a bunch of ant lions. That's probably what's stopping them, those guys. And the soft dirt. Yeah, that makes sense. They don't want to come up over here because they get hit by that guy. I'm calling this home. That is a resilient fly. Traveled with me all day inside of this and is still alive. Good on you, bro. I'll try to get you out of here. You gotta go mate with somebody. I don't even know if your species lives around here, but I'm assuming they do. I heard a noise and I peeked out. Oh, we got a barber. That is the same baby. And there's Mom. They're not scared of the calico tent. Come here, little baby. Oh, yeah. There's enough room for a little baby cow in here. It'd be cool. Cuddle with the NightCrawler for the night. Hell no, you're all stinky and covered in bugs, and we both know it. Alright, tonight I'm feeling kind of hungry. I'm going to have myself a cheesy cheddar with some pulled pork in it. Made some milk. You got to make that separate and pour it in or it clumps because, I'm using powdered milk, of course. And all on a tortilla. I feel like I have an appetite, which is kind of rare. I haven't had one. Yesterday I did. It was decent as well, but it was, I had microwave pizzas and shit. Like, not necessarily hiker food, but close enough. But I did eat my hiker food dinner and have no problem, so there's that. Hopefully I can, get used to it, because, this is the shit I eat. Get used to eating it, man, Don't necessarily have to enjoy it, but have to be able to get it down. I need those calories.